Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us in yet another episode of Write Your World. My name is Peter, the usual facilitator, together with Reminac TV. So I want to thank you so much for always keeping up with the love, the views, and we also appreciate the comments. We've really come very far from the genesis of this program up to now. We're about to complete this is a 10 episodes series, but we shall probably, God willing, we shall come back in the next series with more, of course, which I said will be more practical. Now we had the discussion after the previous episode with my producer, and seemingly the structure part is quite an interesting thing other than I thought. So let me just shed some bit of light on this thing. So we have the linear structure, or the linear or chronological kind of plot structure. Now this one is you want to design your events following each other, and we usually call it cause effect kind of structure. Okay, that there is a reason as to why the next event has to happen. Okay, that is the chronological or the linear kind of structure. We have the parallel. Now this, as you hear parallel, you have stories that run alongside each other. If you look at maybe William Shakespeare's King Lear, for example, they're like two stories running alongside each other. But now, in a special way, these ones at a particular point intersect. Unlike per lines, I hear they never meet, I don't know. But these ones at some point intersect. So we have also the second, like I said, it's my favorite, and of course, my director and producer still says it's also his favorite. I hope he knows what that means. So the story ends from where it begins. Case in point, we have those of you that have done Houseboy by Ferdinand Oyono. It's the case where Tundi starts from the deathbed and we end up with him actually dying. Okay. Then we have the non-linear, which people call the jumbled. If you've watched the series which actually was stopped, it's called the flash forward. Flash forward is constructed upon the non-linear kind of structure. We have flashbacks and flash forwards, and then so that's that kind of a thing. Okay, theme and idea and message. I talked about theme, which is the central universal idea that is perceived throughout the world. That's why we have love. So you would want your theme to be about love, regardless, with it parental love, is it agape love, is it romance, is it whatever, erotic, whatever you want. It's up to you. Is it the love for your siblings? Is it a familial love? Is it a filial? It's all up to you. Then we have an idea. I explain the idea, which is basically a narrow sense of a theme that it has to register to a limited number of people. And then a message. What are you communicating exactly? For example, we have the theme of corruption, okay, or government mishandling of public funds and all those things. But then the message is you really want it to be stopped because it's not a good thing. Okay, so that's up to you which message you want to say. In those people that are doing literature, always ask, what is the message? Okay, what is the intention of the writer? All right, the writer wants to say such and such and such and such and such a thing. Okay, so in this episode, I'm supposed to introduce something to do with poetry. My producer thinks it's my favorite things. I don't know, but I also like stories. I like novels, but okay. Poetry is among the easiest genres that you could ever deal with, okay? And we're going to have a lot of fun with poetry. Now, for some reasons, we shall always project the poetry that we are dealing with on the screen. Allow me to say this though. We will need to see the progress of you guys, how you're writing and other things. And we are going to keep track in the comment section. So your comments will be extremely vital. Are going to be extremely vital for us to know how you're doing, how we can help you develop and make you a better writer, an epic writer. So poetry, something, it's just like a song. So most people call poetry the spoken word. The spoken word. For me, it makes sense if we say the spoken song. The spoken song, yeah, the spoken song, because of the way we arrange our poetry. Now, poetry, unlike novels and plays and all fantasies and all things, it has a specific idiosyncrasy that it has in line with those other with the rest of the genres, because it takes on a different. You know how a song is organized? We have a verse and a chorus. This time around we may not have a verse, but we rather a chorus, but we have verses. Verse 1, verse 2, verse 3. Okay, and we have it handled in a linear kind of format. We have lines of poetry. Those lines make up what we call a verse. Okay, and of course you should have a title. You should have a very eye-catching title, attention-grabbing title, but always we always sign with the name. You may need to work with your name, or this is what we call the pen name, your name that you use as a writer. For example, myself, I use PLK in one or two of my works, but it also most of my work carries the Santiago alias. Okay, so it's up to you. You would want to keep it real, you would want to get a pen name. Okay, so I'm going to read a poem as we close this. It's from one of the Reminac comics project, The Street Monster. Now you listen. The Street Monster, written by Sarah Nora. These tweets are my home now. Yes, home. Home has long been forgotten. I steal my sorrow away in the name of my owner. Beg my regrets away for a shilling. Just a single shilling. Tears dried. These eyes never closed, for all I have now are the clicks of little beggars I call my own. Cold, hard concrete on moonless nights I call my bed. Street lights, pavements, verandas I call shelter. Disguised criminals dressed in parental robes I call my owners. As I am the master of my own demise, I have to accept this is my new home. So this is all that we have for now. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for keeping it real. Thank you for the love. Don't forget to subscribe in case you've not. Like for all that you can, and please share and spread the good gospel of writing. It's me, Peter. Write your world. Love you so much. Say it with me. Bye.